Hi guys, my name is Purna and I hope you and your families are staying safe and healthy mentally and physically. So when it comes to the topic of menstruation, a lot of girls have already moved to menstrual cup, and a big thumbs up to all of you who managed to do that. I'm slightly jealous as well. But there are a lot of girls whom I personally know as well who are still using the traditional or the regular sanitary pads which have been available in the market from years, and I wanted to talk to all of y'all about how they are very bad for our health as well as the environment, and that it's time to actually move to organic sanitary pads which are now widely available. Now there are a few things that I would like to tell you guys, a few facts about these regular pads. If you actually notice, none of these brands disclose the materials actually used to make the pad, right? Maybe Stay Free or Whisper, you're not going to find any descriptions about the materials used, right? So that's when you start thinking like, okay, what is actually going into this? So just to give you guys a basic idea, every sanitary pad is actually made up of 3 layers. The top layer or the top sheet has that shiny, very white, like a pearly white finish to it, if you guys have noticed, and that is because they bleach the material. If they're using cotton or rayon, whatever it may be, they bleach it with dioxin, which is a form of chlorine. It's a chemical substance, right? And it's bleached with it. That's the reason we get that shiny finish. Now this top layer is permeable, right? Which means that the liquid can actually pass through it. Which then brings us to our second layer, which is called the absorbent core or the middle layer. And this becomes the main part of the sanitary pad because this needs to hold the liquid for the 5 to 6 hours that we wear the pad. Now this absorbent core is usually made from rayon, which is a fabric which all of us wear, because it is more absorbent than cotton and it is cheaper than cotton. And they also have a substance called SAPs, which stand for super absorbent polymers. Now as the name suggests, these are chemical substances which can actually retain huge quantities of liquid, and some of it is said to, be able to absorb and hold up to 30 times their own mass. We next have the third layer, the bottom layer, which is also called the barrier sheet, and this is impermeable, right? This is what helps prevent any sort of leakage or spillage, especially when we are sleeping. And for this they use polythene, which is again plastic, to make the barrier sheet, right? So if you actually think about it, our entire sanitary pad is made from mostly like synthetic materials. There is plastic, bleached rayon, or like chlorine bleached cotton, and they also use artificial fragrances because the moment you open a pad, like you can smell it. And they also add antibacterial agents for obvious reasons, but we don't know are they natural as well. In addition to this, now some brands claim to be using 100% cotton in their pad, but how much of it is actually organically grown? Now the difference between organically grown cotton and the traditional or the conventional cotton is that organic cotton is grown using 100% natural seeds. And after every harvest, the entire crop is rotated from one soil to another, which is the way it should be done. As a result, they don't need to use any sort of pesticides or other chemical substances to actually boost the growth of the crop. Now on the other hand, the way the traditional, the conventional or the non-organic form of cotton is grown is that they grow the crop repeatedly on the same soil, and this causes deterioration in the quality of the soil, right? And as a result, the crop is entirely stripped of all the nutrients that it needs. And because of this, just to boost the harvest, just to increase the quality of the crop, they end up adding a lot of pesticides and chemical substances. Now, having said all of this, one might wonder, I mean, anyway, it's cotton that's being used. Should I really be bothered about how it's grown? Right, most of us might get this thought, but if you actually think about it, I think all us girls go through periods for an average 40 years, and we might end up using maybe 13 to 14 pads a month. So if you actually do the math, we are going to be using approximately 6,300 pads in our entire lifetime. So is this a risk that you would probably want to take? The other thing to think about is also all of these chemical substances and plastic that is going into the pad is probably very less in quantity when you compare it to one pad. But again, like I said, considering the number of pads we're going to be using in our lifetime, again, is this a risk that you would want to take? If you do enough research or you read up on the harmful effects of all of these substances that are going into these pads, it is going to make you think twice. And that's when few months ago I decided to actually shift to organic pads, because using a menstrual cup is something I have not been able to do yet, but all of us are going to reach there someday, right? A menstrual cup is our ultimate goal. And come on, let's face the truth. I mean, using these pads from so many years, all of us have faced issues of rashes, some sort of skin irritations and like allergies, that uneasiness and discomfort, especially on the skin, like just below the vagina, on our inner thighs. I mean, it's a pain. And all of these chemical and artificial fragrances that are going into the pad is definitely affecting us. Now, the chemical dioxin that I was talking about, it actually gets accumulated in our body, like wherever fat gets stored. It gets accumulated there, and it's proven that it ends up staying there for about 20 years. So in addition to all of the dioxin has been known to have side effects like some pelvic inflammatory diseases, some sort of hormonal imbalances, and various other things. I didn't even want to go into the detail of that. Now, coming to the environmental aspect, all of us know that none of these pads are biodegradable because of the chemicals and plastic substances that are going into the making of this pad. Apparently, it takes 800 years for this pad to sort of break down, and even if it's decided to burn these pads, all of these chemical substances are getting released into the air. So this is doing no good, not to our body and not to the environment as well. After getting to know about all of this, it is high time that we make a switch to organic pads which are chemical free. They don't use any sort of chlorine or dioxins to just make it look all fancy and then smell great. They use sustainable and natural ingredients like bamboo pulp or corn fiber, sugarcane and wood pulp. Now, most of these organic pads are made from 100% organic cotton, and they're like for the top layer, and their absorbent core, which is the middle layer, is usually corn or bamboo, and they use a plant-based pulp or a fiber for the bottom sheet, right? And there is no leakage or spillage in these organic pads as well. Apart from that, I think the biggest boon for all of us would be that none of these organic pads cause any sort of itchiness or the rashes, redness, none of that happens. These pads are also free from any sort of artificial fragrances, and they use natural antibacterial agents. In addition to all of this, all of these pads are biodegradable because of the natural components within them, and they are just the best for our body, our skin, as well as the environment. A lot of you might be using tampons, right? So I request you guys to at least switch to organic ones. And in addition to this, there are a lot of options like reusable pads which are available, which are basically made from cloth. so you just have to wash it off and it can be reused, and it's just a personal preference. Like, I don't like the icky feeling and then the blood and all that, so that is not for me. But if you guys are okay with that, is also a great option to switch to. So that was it, guys. This is all that I had to say. Again, I'm no expert in all of this. I have read a lot and done my research over the past few months, ever since I decided to switch to organic pads, and I just thought that all of you out there who are still using the regular ones should decide and make this change. So even if this video helps even just one person, I am going to be extremely grateful. In the next video, I will be talking about 4 Indian organic pad brands that I have tried and tested over the past few months, and I will give my detailed review and opinion on that. So stay tuned, and thank you all so much if you watched it till the end. Please do share it with people who you might think it will be helpful to. Stay safe. Bye.